54.
I think this podcast, Greg, Ryan, no George, taking care of business at work. Got the homie Dan from Showdown in the building.
Yo.
We got Mr. Steve Greer in the building from Showdown as well.
Yes, sir.
We also have Miss Hannah Bell in the building. George's girlfriend.
George's fiance.
Oh, fiance. Excuse me.
Congratulations.
Excuse me. We also got 12 other members from Anheuser-Busch sitting in a box next to us. Shout out to Bud Light.
We need to get Bud Light as a sponsor.
Oh, we do. And
Bud Light Lime. If you're listening, Bud Light Lime.
Well, I know everybody that works at Anheuser, so I'm thinking. I'm thinking. I talked to him already.
We could get Bud Light and Papa John's. We could be the next Peyton Mannings.
We get all that. We're gonna be lit.
Who are number 54?
Number 54 jerseys.
Clayton Kershaw.
Ronnie Rogers. Back in the day.
Ronnie Rogers.
I can't think of anybody else who wore number 54.
Brandon Marshall, linebacker.
Oh, that's right. Broncos.
Somebody on the Raptors that I don't recognize.
I know usually we start every single episode with pickups and things like that, which we'll get to pickups, releases, and stuff like that. And we also went to Desert Showdown this weekend, which was it was pretty good. It was off the hook. What we want to do, basically touch on real quick the reason for our podcast, how we move the culture in our own way, and an understanding of like where we come from and our views and how we run our podcast.
Yeah. And why like keeping our podcast the way that we do it and moving the culture the way that we want to is important to us also. Like, I mean, we're all very opinionated people. We all have our opinions and we all say our opinions. I mean, we have been. That's why we decided to do this. I mean, you and I argued literally half the day today over a certain topic. Like, we go at each other probably more than we go at other people, but that's what I think makes our podcast better than any other podcast because we're real people. We're not afraid to say what we think or what we feel.
Not at all. And this is a problem in a situation. So let's just basically, Desert Showdown. We've had plenty of people come up to the table, love the show, love what we do, what we talk about, brought up certain episodes, brought up certain topics, and we love it and we appreciate it. The best thing about our show, and when you listen to our show, is the chemistry that we do have. Me, Ryan, and George, this all started from a text message thread that we text in every single day, talking junk, talking trash, talking about sneakers. We talk about everything when it comes to the sneaker culture. We talk about people's corny IG posts. We talk about other corny, boring podcasts. We talk about everything. We talk about what's coming out, what we copping, whether we got money or not, whether we broke, what's tight, what's not. Like, it's
who paid for beers 3 weeks ago and we need money back now because bank account's looking a little low.
Like
that whole thing started over Nike SB. Our whole sneaker group our whole group chat text started over Nike SBs. May they rest in peace forever.
And that's how you know how long ago we've actually talked and hung out.
I forget what Nike SB it was I was trying to get from George.
So I mean, just to be honest with you, I mean, we put ourselves out there. I said when I first started the podcast, I contacted somebody who had a podcast way years before us. They told me, they said, when you start a podcast, this is the number one rule you must understand about being in a podcast, that you must be able to take criticism because it's coming.
It's coming.
The guy told me, he said, when I started my podcast, all my comments, bro, you're gay. Bro, your voice is awful. Bruh, why do you look like that? Bruh, you need to start something different. Everything. He said it bothered him forever. And I'm talking about a podcaster who makes millions. These are cold, hard facts. He says he had to ignore that stuff. He had to keep going. And I said, all right, cool. I remember I said that to Ryan and George. As long as we cool with people talking crazy to us, people talk crazy to us all the time. I'm talking literally. We told Steve the other night, somebody literally sent us a picture of their dick one time.
Yes.
Because we said we didn't like phone posits. This is fact. I still have it saved.
I bet you do.
Why do you have it saved?
I bet you do still have that saved.
It's just in there for proof. All right.
Yes. Yeah.
And
evidence. It's evidence.
And this person, I keep records.
How often do you go back and look at your records?
I always just want to forward it to people.
Okay.
But I'm like, I'm not getting nobody getting me on a case or something like that.
He said when he got it, he thought it was a blunt. He's like,
it wasn't, no joke. It was uncircumcised.
Oh, wow. Here we go.
I said, this is a true story. I said, yo, he wants to smoke with us. And I said, bro, that blunt looks Puerto Rican. I said, you know what? I'm not messing with that. I'm not messing with that blunt. True story. And I was like, you know what? But that's tight. I said, you know what? Somebody's willing to, now I don't know if it was his or not, but willing to send us that because we said phone posits are trash now.
You realize like now your IG DMs on the sneakers are probably gonna be full of dick pics.
For sure.
You're gonna get dick pics for the next like month and a half.
I have gotten some pics that said you must click to unblur it, and I said, you know what?
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
But that's the whole thing that we love about our show because it's freedom of opinion. I let Ryan say what he wants every once in a while. This is what makes us special. I keep the show together. Ryan is the wild card, and George is the one with like the knowledge and the stuff that we go after.
That's what he's the oldest one.
I'd say it's a pretty good analogy.
Yeah, that's what we go after. Like, and we're not trying to change each other. We're not trying to change anybody else. Now, I'm gonna sit here and tell you, we feel we're the best sneaker podcast out there that's available on every single platform: iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, Podcast Pod. I mean, we're Stitcher
SoundCloud,
Radio,
Stitcher.
SoundCloud. We're out there. Our website, thesneakers.com, we're out there. We're the best sneaker podcast available for anybody to listen to. Cold, hard facts. And I hope other podcasts are listening to it and saying they are the best sneaker podcast because it makes no sense. If you're not...
If you come and you do this every single week and you don't think you're the best, why do you come? You should approach everything and think that you're the best or strive to be the best. Like, we think we're the best. That's why I've told you this. I've said this before. I come here every week because I think this is the best sneaker podcast that exists. I go to shows with these guys. We go to shows together. We pay money to sit there to see our fans, to be there because we think that we are the best at what we do. If you don't think that you're the best at what you do or you don't want to be, then stop doing it.
Totally agree.
We sat there and, like I said, we, quote unquote, we sneak this sometimes. I'm not going to say we've never underlined talked junk about people before. We have. It's funny to us. Might not be funny to them, but it's funny to us. Like, and this is the thing. This is ours. Like, it's not a big personal, it's not a personal thing. We're not being personal. We're not being serious. I cannot like something you do or find it boring or find it something that's just not our cup of tea and still move on. So we don't get in our feelings like that about anything. I've actually told people, oh man, they've gone at us. I'm talking, gotten DMs, emails. Oh, you guys are this, you're that, you're whatever. And I say, hey man, we appreciate it. I'm just glad you gave us a shot. Hopefully next week you come back, give us another shot. No joke. Then they'll reply something like, oh, well, it was just that one time you guys said that. And I was, I wasn't cool with it. But man, I check you guys out all the time. That's dope. I appreciate that. But that just comes with the territory. Talk real quick. Was it episode 49? False Gods.
False gods.
False Gods. So we had an episode, which I think might have been the episode that kind of got a lot of people really paying attention.
There was two people stopped in their tracks at Desert Showdown to ask specifically about that episode if it was us and say that they appreciated the fact that we did that episode and had, said what everybody else kind of has been thinking.
And this is the thing. We're not afraid of saying what we have to say. We're not afraid of, here we got one. I need one of them other 12 members. We're not afraid to say it because when you go to like a sneaker con, and let's say the sneaker con that came out here in Phoenix, it was really dope for about 3 hours, 2 hours.
Yeah. Super, super lit for about 3 hours.
But would you say, Ryan, the main event was sneaker con or Kai's Crew?
Kai's Crew is the main event of sneaker con.
And this is the thing. That's not their fault.
No.
We're not blaming Kai's them. That's perfectly fine. We, as grown men, collected sneakers forever. We just don't understand or can relate to why their popularity is through the roof. Do we want to be popular in what we do? Yes. We appreciate all the support. And this is not hating on them as individuals or what they're doing. They were able to start something from nothing, and now it's blown up. And so it's not us hating. It's something that we just don't understand.
Absolutely.
The guy sent you the screenshot from the Facebook. He said, I used to listen to you guys until you guys said F Boost God. First of all, we never said
no.
Ever F Boost God. Never. We said, you know what? I don't understand the individuals.
Said his listeners, like the fact that his listeners go to the lengths that they do in the streets for him and his internet mob is crazy. And it was because of the podcast that he did prior to ours where they did go in on him. I hadn't listened to it before that, but I mean, he had like those guys were getting actual threats because they were asking him super probing questions.
And that's something that
we didn't understand it.
Didn't like it. when we talked to Boost God, we asked him about it. We said, how do you feel about the people that ride for you and lose your mind or lose their mind? And verbatim, he said that he, it's sometimes overboard, but they see him as a real person and know that he's not thorough like that. He's not trying to be something that he's not trying to be. And we fully understood it. When we talked to him, we walked up to him. Ryan and I went up to him. He said, yeah, whatever you need. Come now, whenever you want. Good guy. Humble guy.
Yeah, I talked to Teddy. He's super cool, man.
He's super cool.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to start calling him Teddy. Boost guy does make me feel a little funny sometimes.
Yeah. Now, Teddy's a super good guy. We talked to Tony
D2 Wild.
Tony D2 Wild.
I don't know
day.
if Steve let you know about
he
that.
He did
one,
let
so
us know.
He's a part of the team.
He's just become under the Reshoevnator
Now, this
umbrella.
Is the thing. Before we talked to Tony D2, I never have ever said a word to. I've never had seen a video of his. I've seen 2 videos of his, but they were IG Live. I think. I think I just watched that. So I had never watched one of his videos. We talked to him. When we sat down and talked to him, he gave out knowledge about what others should do.
Super knowledge.
Yeah.
What he said was, be yourself. Don't try to take anybody else's lane. Don't try to be anybody else to be a name for yourself. That's exactly what we're doing. There are hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands of vloggers out there. I found so many new vloggers today, and I'm thinking to myself, they're either over the top or they're all the same.
Yeah.
I have yet to come across, now I'm not saying they aren't out there, I have yet to come across a vlog video of somebody saying, wow, you know what? These Jordans suck. I haven't.
No. I will say I will say that Fomer Simpson with the All-Star 6s, he liked them, but his brother was like, bro, those are trash. Those absolutely suck. Those are terrible.
And that's the thing. We've been accused of also, you talk junk about vloggers. Oh, no. We talk junk about vlogging.
About vlogging and like the followers. It's the worshippers.
Because we like Mike Rich.
I love Mike Rich.
I like Tony D2 Wild. I mean, I don't understand why he always says pussy popping on a
pussy
handstand.
popping on a handstand.
Yeah, why is that his
and
thing?
he said pussy spaghetti last night. And I was like, that's not my thing, but he's from Georgia, so.
Maybe they have pussy spaghetti out there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tony, let us know about this pussy
that's
spaghetti.
That's not my thing, but then I found like a new guy. I never heard of him. Damn D Kids.
He's part of our team. No, not him.
Oh, he's not? I found him. He's a little over the top, but I kind of like him. It's like Jordan Brand. I talk junk about Jordan Brand all the time, but did I get royals? Yes,
Absolutely.
I did.
I think the problem with that is why they don't go in is because they ultimately want to get something from those companies.
Oh, yeah.
And we started from the get-go. We said, I will never, ever not support something if we don't believe in it. If a Jordan Brand or Adidas or a Nike or Puma, anybody ever wanted to do something with us, I mean, that'd be great. But they would have to understand, I'm not going to be unbiased. Like, I have to do it. We have Reshoevnator in the building right now. Daniel has been on the show multiple times. We use Reshoevnator products really. We really actually use them. This is period. Now, this doesn't mean that no other product works.
No.
But I don't care if it works or not. Because I use Reshoevnator, and that's all I need. I don't jump around stuff like that, and I'm not supporting Reshoevnator for any type of alternative motive or anything like that.
I mean, I was telling Steve, like, the first time they came on, obviously, like, everybody else who I'm sure you dealt with, like, I'm like, put my shoes into water? So I got home. Steve brought us sneaker laundry systems the first time he came, which I greatly appreciate. And I had a bag that I'd gone through a few days before of stuff to bring to Goodwill. In that bag was a pair of Wolf Gray 5s. I sent you a picture of them after I got done. Trashed. Completely trashed. Like, I mean, I'd worn I think I bought them super trashed for like $100 and then trashed them even further. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to throw these in the sneaker laundry system. I'm going to put them in the washer. I'm going to see what happens. That shoe came out so clean and so good. I mean, I took my dead stock pair that was in the closet. I threw it on eBay, sold it that day because I didn't need it anymore.
I had never seen him wear them before, and he wore them to the podcast.
Following week to the podcast. And he thought it was my dead stock pair.
I'm sure the list of things you haven't seen him wear is probably endless.
Well, yes, that's
endless.
Facts. But I mean,
but yeah, so that's why when we talk about Reshoevnator, or we mentioned Reshoevnator before, this isn't because we're like, oh, they're just trying to do some business with them or nothing like that. No. If a Jordan Brand or anybody else is like, we hate them because we don't say, like Ryan, loves the Space Jams. I hate the Space Jams. I think they look crazy. Although I'm coming around to them the more I see them on feet.
You'll have a pair by the end of the year.
You will. And Royal Ones knocked out of the park.
Out of the park. heart. What are you thinking, Daniel?
Nothing.
What are you rolling your eyes?
You don't like Royal Ones?
No, I like Royal Ones.
Oh,
I
okay.
actually just compared my pair to the 13
And
pair.
13s are trash compared to the new ones.
No, 13.
No, 13s are trash
Honestly,
compared to the new ones.
everyone's hyped about that leather, but if you seriously break down, I don't think that leather's probably as good of a grade of leather that everybody thinks it is.
No,
just
it's
because it
pretty
has
good.
that tumbled texture, I think everyone's like gassed over it.
When I look at my
like varsity
14,
high school jacket leather.
14 breads, was it 14?
13s.
13s?
Yeah,
They came
yeah.
out the same year as Royals?
Yep.
Really?
They were
Yeah,
trash.
one of them was one of them was the Royal was February and the other
like
one was
October or something.
end of the year because
Yeah.
it was cold as shit when we
That's
canceled.
right.
those.
Yes, because I grabbed him. You're right. Because I grabbed him, and then I went to San Diego. Rest in peace to the boat. Right from there,
It sunk.
it sunk. Yes, the boat blew up, sunk in the middle of the San Diego Bay. When I look at my 2013 breads versus my 2016 breads, I want to throw my 2013 breads away.
Now, that goes back to what we're saying. Orion should be able to say 2013 breads are trash or great or not. And if, God forbid, not God forbid, God willing, whatever, if a Jordan brand said something to us, I would hope they would understand. We've said this before about music. I think Drake is great, but his last 2 albums to me are trash. I don't care. But when he comes up with the next one, will I buy it? Yes. Just like I bought the other 2. That's
Drake's
just the
gonna send
way
you
it
a
is.
dick pic and DM and Instagram.
Drake submitted. I'm calling TMZ. Facts. I got something for you.
I'm trying to get paid.
I
son.
got something for you, TMZ. He'll be like, that ain't his. That's Michael Jackson's. That's too light. But no, back to what we were saying about episode 49, the making fun of the children thing. People were talking about that. It's not making fun of children if they run the culture. One of the great conversations we had was with JC Lopez, owner of Urban Necessities. It was a great interview and a great conversation because I'm talking about somebody we've heard his story before about where he came from and where he is now.
Absolutely.
He's at 31 months, he said, at Urban Necessities, and he is killing it.
Yeah.
Social media wise, business wise, he's doing great. And his face is out there. If you don't know the man with the beard and the giant holes in his ear, you shouldn't have been in Desert Showdown. No. Everybody knows who he is. Whether you care or not, that's up to you. But he said, when we asked him how did he feel about the sneaker culture, he said that he said it needs help. And he said he hated using the word culture vulture, but that's what's happening. There are people out there taking from the culture. And there are people out there taking from the culture. Now, we don't know them personally, and maybe if we sat down and talked to them about it, we change. I have no problem changing my opinion or views on anything with a discussion.
All we know is what we see, what is put out there. And from what we put out there, what's put out there, that was our opinion on the situation. That was our opinion on what we see put out to the media, that or put out on YouTube, put out for the people to see, is that you had kids, they are kids, with access to obscene amounts of money that can purchase whatever they want. And like our view from it was, do other people look at this and think this is reality? Walking in a flight club and being like, give me like that $750, this mag, here's my credit card, $10,000 later, thank you, have a good day, here's my pickups. $15,000 of pickups in one day. Like, is that what people are looking at, thinking this is reality? Is that what kids are looking at, thinking, oh, I should be able to do that?
And now us, we're in our 30s. I'm talking about I've been collecting sneakers since 5th grade. Deion Sanders.
I mean, first grade was my first pair of Jordans. I got black infrared 6s, first grade.
I remember my mom and dad arguing. I think I was 5, 6. They were arguing because my dad had bought me some Cortezes that were like $40 back then, and that was just way too much money living in Inglewood.
Well, that was the first time you joined a gang.
Well, you know, I had to choose a side. I lived in Inglewood, you know, and walked down the street to school. So I remember that argument. Like, my son is named Cortez. Like, it's not for the sneakers, but
yes, it is.
You know,
yes, it is.
My wife is now listening to this, and she's probably like, "I knew it." But, anyways,
your daughter's middle name is Cruz.
Yeah, her middle name is Cruz. I would have named her first name Cruz.
And it wasn't until a Cruz sneaker came out that you even thought about that.
That's not true. I told you that
because you love the Cruz.
ago.
Because Wheat Cruises is one of your grails, and you were like, "Oh man."
But anyways, like we said, it's just
next is gonna be Revis.
Opinion. I want
Jordan 6.
I infrared. That's what I named it.
Infrared.
Oh, God.
I wanted people to listen to that interview and say, "Dang, I can do that." That's what I want. I don't want people to look at a 13-year-old with Yeezys and wearing a Da Vinci shirt, holding a Louis Vuitton duffel bag, saying, "You're out here doing it." No, you're not. No, you're not doing it.
I think the other problem is too. They don't ask why or how.
They
just accept it. They take
it's
it.
just the visual of it, and that's that.
And maybe that's why like people like Mike Rich and Tony, like we can relate to them, or even Fomer Simpson, like. Like Mike Rich, Mike's probably listening, so correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, but I think he's a delivery man for one of the.
Well, he said he drives trucks. I don't know what he does.
Oh, maybe he's just a truck driver, but he listens to Sneak This in his truck, and like he goes from work, he does this vlogging thing on the side. He has a day job, like he has a family, he's got children, he's got
When we say we have regular jobs, we have work. We come here straight from work.
Straight from work.
I stay up all night to edit the show to make sure it gets up every single Thursday morning for the people that support us. That's every single Wednesday, Thursday. I sometimes don't even go to bed. I literally might just change my clothes and go straight to work. Now, that being said, we love doing this because this is what we do every single day without you guys ever knowing it.
And this is our contribution to the culture. This is how we think we're contributing to the culture. Like by being us, talking about things that maybe other people don't want to talk about, or maybe other people might think might be offensive. I mean, yes, Sure, we've offended people. I'm sure we've said,
we've said some racist
stupid stuff, racist stuff, sexist stuff. I mean, you name it. Like we've done it, we've said it. So
I think it's a little more than that too. You're creating a platform that people come in. People can come on and state their claim, or talk about a product that they're creating or a brand that they have. I mean, you guys are creating that platform from them, so it's a little bit more than just that.
Well, I mean, Greg hates white people. George hates America. So I mean,
okay, yes. I've never said that ever. Anyway.
I'm Greg's only white friend.
Yeah.
Well, now, right. Steve, you're Greg's second white friend. Welcome to the club, buddy. I was lonely for a while.
But
what's Daniel? I guess he's Mexican. Huh?
Yeah, so he and George.
Are you Mexican?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I figured.
Thought he was Indian, didn't you?
No, he didn't.
He looks Cherokee to me.
Oh, you mean Native American Indian? I thought you meant Indian from India.
No.
Oh, I don't know.
Peyote.
He has a tent.
Oh, here we go.
I don't know. It's not limo tent. It's,
all right. So what do we got to talk about today? So we got to talk about. We still haven't done pickups and releases.
Yeah, but well, real quick though.
Okay.
Like we said, vloggers, all of them. We make fun of vlogging.
Make fun of everybody.
There are bloggers that we like. Like it's just. I mean, to us, 91.9% of vloggers are corny to us. Sorry, but we do have some that we like. I mean, and that percentage is a real stat. That's for George. George's not here. That's a real stat. 91.9% of vloggers are corny.
George's our statistician.
I didn't write the rules. I didn't write that. So
my pickups are going to take like 35 minutes. So let's get into pickups.
Christ. So that's just being said. That's the reason why we feel we're the best sneaker podcast that's available on every single platform: iTunes, YouTube, thesneakthis.com. We're available out there. Search Sneak This in Google. You'll find us. That's what we're about. Hope you love us. If you hate us, that's great too. Come back and listen.
I was about to say, as long as you're listening.
As long as you're listening.
And we're currently working on videos potentially coming soon to a YouTube near you.
Which we get asked every single day. Y'all got video? Where y'all video at? Every day. So, man, it's coming. So hopefully they get that going. So pickups this week.
So wait,
let me see my pickups first.
So we got pickups releases this week.
And releases.
Then we're gonna go into Desert Showdown recap. We're talk about crowd vendors, what we noticed, and then we're gonna get to our top 10 things that we hate at sneaker conventions. And I know you and George did this before after Heated Soul Summit last year, but I was not part of it.
No, I don't think we did it though.
Yeah, you did because you were talking about. I
think we said things that annoyed, but it wasn't part of the top 10.
Okay,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think Steve will be the perfect person to get in on that one. He's probably been to more events than all of us combined.
I mean, I've been to a lot, so yeah, let's do it.
There's
See,
just certain things that
Steve's gonna have the perspective from a vendor seller standpoint. I'm gonna have the perspective of a buyer standpoint. So he probably is gonna hate the people like me that I hate the people like him. So it's gonna be interesting.
I've done buying, selling, and organizing, so that'll be pretty interesting.
It's definitely different as a vendor than it is.
I bet.
A buyer.
Oh yeah. So we would get into pickups and releases. Greg, you have a pickup. This doesn't go against your.
This doesn't go against my New Year's
because it's a
resolution,
Royal One.
All right. I bought Royal Ones. I got them off of Nike sneakers app.
Did they come in yet?
No,
No.
they come in tomorrow.
What is it? Wednesday?
What-
Okay.
What day is it?
This Wednesday.
I got them because those who listen and those who know, my New Year's resolution was I wasn't buying a sneaker until June 1st. It's been actually pretty easy. All right, now it's been moments of
You just said easy. You said pretty easy.
See, that's
relapsing.
where it's coming out of. It's just coming out of my
comes out,
pores.
yeah.
I can't help myself. But I bought Royal Ones, which I said in the beginning of the year doesn't count against my New Year's resolution.
Oscar the intern also got Royal Ones.
I bought him Royal Ones. Oscar the intern, shout out to him. That's my son. I got him Royal Ones because Jordan Ones are legendary. They're legendary sneakers. They don't count. All right, we've said this before. What?
Go ahead, no.
Daniel.
I agree with your statement. I'm just saying that it counts.
Because we've talked about before. Jordan 1s should always be on the shelf for sale. Period. They're legendary. And Air Max.
But then you wouldn't want them.
Well, no,
Oh yeah, that is a good. Yeah,
them.
you did say that.
You did say that. You said
You
you only
said
want,
that, yep.
Yeah,
No.
you wouldn't want them if they were
They've
shelves
reached
regularly.
legendary status
Nope.
to where it's like, yo, mine are beat. Let me get a fresh pair. They should be out there like Air Force Ones, Shell Toes, Stan Smiths. They should.
Just OG colorways? Or?
OG colorways.
OG colorways.
Your
He thinks it should be
red
readily
and your
available.
white. They should. It's been years. And Air Max 1 dropped blue, sport blues, and reds. They're flying. They flew off the shelves.
There,
Just sitting
there
there
go
like-
my investments.
A Nike Air Max is one of the staples of Nike. I should be able to walk into a Nike and say, yo, y'all got an Air Max 90 for me? Cool. And walk out. Those should be like, oh, no, we don't got you, but look, we could send the order to Nike. It'll be in your house in 2 weeks. Period. Those shouldn't sell out. Staples of Nike, staples of Jordan. I'm not talking about a 3, 4, 5. A Jordan 1 is legendary status.
Legendary status.
I got my son Royal Ones.
Royal Ones.
From Desert Showdown.
Was all he
Paid
picked up.
$300.
Did the money get taken out of his account?
No, because then he also got a speeding ticket in the mail.
Oh, so you got to pay for the speed. So you got free Royal Ones.
So, yeah, so you freaking open the mailbox and speeding tickets in there and it says my name on it. I said, holy crap.
Oh, shit.
You're about to hide it from
funny?
Rocio.
No, see, this is what's funny. Like I told you about the sneakers. So when we had a sneaker con, I bought him Black Toes, $250.
$250.
And I said, hey, just to let you know, I bought Oscar Black Toes, $250. I said, he did a good job interning for us. He took pictures. He did a good job. Oh, that's so great. I think, oh, man, that's great. And then she looks at her account. You spent $12 on parking? I said, Jesus Christ, I just told you that.
I spent $250 on shoes.
So then, $300 on his Royals
Yeah.
the other day. She didn't say anything about it. The speeding ticket comes in, and I'm like, oh, crap, she's going to go through the roof. First of all, I'm driving. It's him. His face on the camera.
In the Jag?
No, in the
okay.
in his Charger.
Okay.
But the car's in my name,
Yeah,
so it's his face, and he's got on these sunglasses. I've never even seen him wear sunglasses before. And
Things you don't know. Things
so
you don't
I
know
said,
about.
whoa, she's gonna flip.
Did he have somebody shotgun?
No.
No?
I said, Ro, she's gonna flip. Put the ticket in the washing machine, went to work, called. I said, Rocio, go look in the washing machine. Oh, I already saw it. I said, that's it? Yeah. I said, the ticket's $200. I said, what? You don't even care? I said, when it comes to Oscar, the intern, it don't matter how much we spend. All
Not
right?
Oscar the son, Oscar the intern.
But let me get that ticket. Oh, she would have been heated. All right. But anyway,
You've been
that's
sleeping on the couch. You've been sleeping on your pottery mouth
but
couch.
that's
Couch.
yes, but that's me, the married guy of the podcast. George, soon to be married. Shout out to Hannibal and Ryan. He's still finding his way. So you just never know. So I guess we can go to anybody else. Steve,
Pickups?
Pickups. You buy anything?
George 0.
Oh, George 0. That's Hannibal.
George sold.
0. The last pickup I got was the Zebra V2s.
Okay. Which me and Ryan are.
I paid $1,100. Luckily, Fran. our
$1,100
cameraman-
actually is not bad.
It's not bad. Now, keep one of them in the
Sneaker
machine.
Oh, that's right. You told us about
really?
that. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay. Daniel, what you got?
I don't think I picked up anything, to be
No?
honest. Well, I picked up Royals. I
Oh,
forget how the
right.
rotation. So if you do a week back, I picked up Royals.
Yes.
I bought
Nothing at the show?
I bought a hat, Supreme hat.
Okay.
So
Shit, I've been selling.
and then I got a Supreme bag from the last release.
Oh, you
that-
got it. I know. Which
Greg was a little salty
I
about.
thought I was gonna see one at.
The fanny pack?
No,
No,
that big
circle.
haul backpack.
Did it come
Big
in?
Those
round.
are dope.
Nah, tomorrow.
Those are dope.
I didn't
I'm
see
mad
what
I
it looks
didn't.
like.
I wish I would have bought the add to cart for that. It was
Yeah,
only
I've been
$20.
trying to find videos or pictures of like what the compartments look like or anything because there's nothing
I
out
hope
there.
it has
It
compartments.
does
We'll
look
see.
dope.
Yeah.
It better
does
not be
look
like just a tube because I'm not putting a basketball in it. Like that's the only thing you could put in is 2 basketballs. That's a stupid bag if it has no compartment.
It'll be. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
I did buy an add to cart though for the Rap a Lot.
I sent
Yeah,
you from
that's-
who I sent to you.
Yeah, from Double Kicks.
So
Double Kicks.
we got to get them on. We We'll talk about that some other episode when they're on.
Although it's so hot now, I don't know why I'm buying a jacket, but I need that jacket.
That Rap-A-Lot collection's
that Rap-A-Lot collection
Maybe the first time
dope.
I've cared about a Supreme collection this
I'm
much.
holding out until the Anoraks. The purple Anorak is the next thing I'll probably buy from. Am I saying that right? Anorak? People hate on me for how I pronounce things sometimes.
No, I think that's right.
Like the pullovers, Anorak?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what you
My
buying,
turn?
Ryan?
So I got multiple Royals in my size.
Okay.
I got lucky.
Here we go.
You know what? Shout out to Boost Life 247 on Instagram. I can't remember his real name right now. He sold me a pair of Greedy Air Maxes at SneakerCon, and he didn't know the air bubbles were popped on him. So he stopped by to say hello to us, asked me if I had been wearing them, whatever. I told him the air bubbles were popped. So long story short, he super took care of me, hooked me up with a pair of DSM Jordan 1s and a size 10 for $120 since. He gave me a full refund on the Air Maxes, which I greatly appreciate. So thank you. You know that you didn't need to do that, so I appreciate that very much. Check him out on Instagram, BoostLife247. Then I went to Trejo's afterwards to hang out for a little bit, and I picked up a non-Taraj Dunk.
You're the only person I know that goes to their friend's house to like watch TV and come home with sneakers.
Oh, yeah. He had all this stuff piled up that he was going to put on eBay. So I'm like, let me go through real quick, see if there's anything in here I need. So I picked up a non-Taraj Dunk. I picked up those ZX710 Adidas, the collab with, I can't remember who the collab was with. Then I picked up my size finally in the Kith Diamond Gel Sagas.
Why do you keep trying to buy those?
Well, I'm going to sell the size 10. He had my size.
Oh.
He had the 9.5. So I sold that to get my size. And then I also picked up from him a Gel Saga Bait Phantom Lagoon.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
He gave me that for $30, so you can't beat that.
Yeah, $30.
It's a dope shoe. And then
No, a lot of bait stuff has always been a little weird.
I like those Phantom Lagoons, especially for $30. More than like one time. And then another one of our listeners / buddies of ours, Mr. Chris Beard, gave me a grail, top 3 grail of mine, the Nike Zoom MVP Steve Nash signature House of Hoops exclusives, dead stock, size 9.5, finally in my size for a great price. So shout out to you, Chris Beard.
I haven't heard that name in a minute.
Does he like me?
Not a lot of people like you.
I don't think he likes me.
It's like the
Although
people
he
in this
talked
room
to
and
me-
George.
He talked to me at the W, but he was faded.
Oh, I'm sure.
And he almost had me in a
must have been
headlock.
talking to you.
I don't know, man. He must have been. I never. Well, no. I think
He
we
must
all
not
right.
like you
He just
because
didn't
you
get
don't
mad
like
'cause I
PJ.
would. No, I didn't say I didn't like PJ Tucker. I've never said that. I don't like him wearing all them expensive sneakers in a game and averaging like 5 points a game.
Yeah, I
Did you
agree.
do it
That's
last
what I
night?
don't like.
Did you do it last night?
I was gonna ask you about that. Okay, well,
I sent it in the group chat.
Oh, you did? Okay. Wait, I don't know if you guys saw. So last night, Raptors are playing the Pacers. What, 3 seconds left?
3
4
seconds left.
They threw the ball to
Lance Stevenson.
Lance Stevens,
At half court.
and they were up by 15.
15.
He made the layup. He just took a layup.
He just runs down. Like, instead of
He didn't
dribbling
run
out-
down.
Yeah.
He caught a pass in the key. He's already under the hoop. And then he shoots a layup versus like just holding it in the time run out.
And DeRozan
And PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker
went
was trying. PJ Tucker was
in.
trying to get him. He was trying to get him. And I've never sided my PJ Tucker. I said PJ Tucker is supposed to be better, man. He's supposed to be Kevin Love. He's supposed to be Draymond Green. That's all I've said. And he just gets a little upset. But I think he's. Anyways, we'll get off that. I said I never say a word about PJ Tucker again because I like PJ Tucker. I just don't
He's a
like
good dude.
watching Yeezys on the court.
He doesn't wear Yeezys. He like, oh yeah, he did.
He
wear
did wear
Yeezys.
Yeezys.
He wore
Yeezys
ones
on
and
the
twos.
court.
Yeah, he
you
wore
wore Yeezys on the court.
Red
and you
Octobers.
play 39 minutes and you score 2 points and have 6 rebounds, bruh.
I wonder why.
Yeah, like, that's what I said. I
That's what he
said
said. He's like, he
it
spends
makes me
his time at
wonder.
sneaker shop instead of
Yeah.
shooting.
I said it makes me wonder how serious you take your job. Actually, no, I would never accuse another man of not taking the job serious. So I take that back.
Yeah, it's like playing with bricks on your feet.
Yeah, it's like, bruh, I know you ask. Moving on. You copy anything else?
Love you, PJ.
You copy anything else?
No, that was
That's
it. What's coming out this weekend?
Coming out this
The only thing
week.
I can think of, the only thing I saw was
13 lows.
The 13 lows,
And
the
those
Braves.
Airmore up tempos.
Airmore. Oh, the black red Airmore temples. Oh,
I don't care about those.
anything else coming out? I mean,
You buying Jordan
Manor.
Lows, Daniel?
Mm-mm.
I know
Manor
you are.
restocks Adidas every day.
No,
so.
that's Tesh's thing. Tesh is all about lows.
You don't like
love
low
Lowe's.
tops?
Some things.
I don't know if I've ever heard of anybody.
You're not gonna
saying they don't
buy.
like
You're not gonna buy Carolina Lows next week. Or UNC.
Yeah,
Lows?
that I might buy.
Those look
buy
good.
Yeah.
The-
You don't
the-
wear. You don't wear Jordans anymore, do you? You're Boost Life only.
I mean, I still wear them, but only for a couple hours at a time.
Yeah,
You
he
know
had
what's funny
UNC
is-
ones on yesterday.
I wear
All of a sudden.
all the ones.
Yeah.
Those
Okay.
UNC ones
See-
are probably one of the most underrated Jordan ones.
But see, ones
in the
don't
past
count.
5 years.
Ones don't count.
Ones
I
don't
like
count.
ones.
They don't count. Now, putting on like a Jordan 4, I would literally only throw on another
Oh my
Jordan
god.
just to wear it because I feel like I have to.
I sent you a picture last week. I wore those
Bread
my
fours?
bread fours. One of the biggest regrets. I wore, like they were digging into the back. That heel tab is so oversized and so hard. It was like cutting into my. I thought it was gonna slice my Achilles in half.
That's why you got to put the jeans down.
Oh
in
my
front
god,
of the tab
it was,
on that
it was
one.
terrible. Like I had to like make sure like I sat in the car a certain way or like in a chair a certain way
Yeah.
so that it wasn't
Digging into your
the
Achilles,
back
yep.
of my Achilles.
Well, once the version with the Nike come out on the back, yours will be fakes.
Yeah,
So,
I'll just and then at that point I can just cut the heel tabs off.
So, but yeah, like I feel like the Royals that came out this week are close to probably the original ones.
No, the original ones are
Maybe.
closer to the 13 with the flat leather. They didn't have tub leather. They were.
It had the flat leather, but that flat leather on the 2013s was trash. It wasn't quality. It wasn't soft. This
I'm gonna
leather
have
on
to
this
slide
new
in.
one
Daniel
is
got his
soft.
leather graded. He said he got it graded. He took it to that leather shop at Arizona Mills that
Yes.
sells the,
He took it
the
to Wilson's
championship
Leather.
jackets. Yeah, Wilson's Leathers, and they graded it.
So, Desert Showdown.
Desert Showdown.
Recap. And when we talk to our listeners about sneaker events that we've been to and talk about, because a lot of people, they don't get the opportunity to go to events.
That's true.
We have people in Tucson, shout out to 76 Tapes, listen all the time. They don't have sneaker events in Tucson all the time. So to talk about what we saw, what we experienced, it's an opportunity to let them know how great it was, maybe how bad it was.
Yeah.
They might come next time, they might not. The best thing for Arizona right now is to get people to come back to events and keep
Absolutely.
coming. SneakerCon, like I told you, I didn't think they were trying to sell us a table. Actually, I don't think they actually were trying to sell us a table. But I was still going to go to SneakerCon because
either way.
I want them to come back to Arizona.
yes.
That's our contribution to the culture, to make sure that in Arizona, it comes back. That's all I care about. Anyways, there's a showdown. What'd you think?
I mean, I thought it was good. It was definitely. I think it was vendor wise, and I said this when we did the podcast there. It was the venue is probably about what 2/3 the size of the SneakerCon venue. So close to 2/3 the size.
I think it's a little weird too because of that ceiling and how low it is. It
Yes.
makes it seem like
It
it's a
does.
lot more
yeah. It
compact.
seemed like
I
it's
didn't
supposed
think
to-
of that, yeah.
But I mean, I would almost say that, and you actually would probably know the answer to this. I would probably say there were more tables sold, more vendors at Heated Soul Summit BHT Fest than there were at SneakerCon.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty fairly. If you're alluding to something, I actually wasn't a part of this one, so I don't have those exact specifics
Okay.
for you. But
You just open wounds.
it just seemed like no. It was nothing. It was nothing like that,
I
man.
didn't
There's-
mean to cut deep.
No,
on
no. It's all love with those guys. To be honest, I was just in a position now working at Rejuvenator. I just wanted to focus on more Rejuvenator and the stuff I was doing there. So that's why I opted not to do this last one.
Gotcha.
There's nothing personal, nothing about any of that stuff, man. Just focusing on Rejuvenator.
But it did seem like vendor wise that more vendors came out for this event than at SneakerCon. Which I mean, I don't know how big of a difference there was in prices between SneakerCon tables versus Desert Showdown tables.
Oh, that was
Yes.
great
the
big
prices.
difference.
Yeah,
so,
SneakerCon gives no breaks on tables.
no.
And I know.
And I don't know. I mean,
Because-
you guys can tell us because you guys were actually there trying to sell.
right.
I mean, we did better at SneakerCon than we did at Desert Showdown.
And I think, like, here's my opinion on that. Like, I think the reason why SneakerCon did better for sellers than Desert Showdown did is because at SneakerCon you had people coming in from Vegas, from all different parts of California, from Texas, from surrounding cities, Salt Lake City, whatever, and you're not going to travel all this way and go home empty-handed.
Yeah.
You came out here, you spent the money, you got the hotel, you drove, you flew, whatever you did, like, you're taking something home.
right.
So whereas if you woke up, went and paid $10 to get into an event, you're like, if there's not a really good deal or something that like I'm in love with, I'm going to go home empty-handed.
And people probably made their purchases at SneakerCon, so they just went to Desert Showdown.
Because it was
They-
pretty close in times of, one event
Yeah.
to the other.
Yeah.
One of the things that I will say that Desert Showdown definitely did better than SneakerCon. And SneakerCon is just, it's it's pretty iconic now in the sneaker culture.
Beast.
You just talk at SneakerCon. That's all you need to know. It says it could say it's coming Sunday, the past Sunday, and be here next Sunday. It will still be something of what it is.
The name definitely carries weight.
So the Desert Showdown, I mean, especially considering that Arizona typically has maybe 2-3 sneaker events a year.
Yeah.
We have Heat Soul Summit. We have Ben Had Those Fest. The fact that now they were combined into one might have kind of threw things off a tiny bit, but people still associated when you think of Charles. Shout out to Charles that Ben Had Those. You shout out, you know, I'm sorry, you think of Abe and all them and Heat Soul Summit. You equate them and you realize that you're joining forces for one. Now the fact that
You're gonna make Daniel sad.
now the fact,
God, come on.
Now the fact that, and this happens at SneakerCon, you guys could attest because this was the first SneakerCon I've ever been to when it
Me
came
too.
to Phoenix.
Yeah.
People camp out Desert Showdown since noon.
Yeah.
All right.
There was a crazy line out there.
When you camp out at an event where it's not a release, they didn't have like a stack of Royals waiting. It was just
There were stacks of Royals in there.
there were stacks of Royals in it, but they weren't at retail. That's amazing that they can do that. Now, like you said, the crowd, the prices. I don't really know if the prices were that dramatically different than like SneakerCon. I will say the tables were more, what's the word? Eclectic? I don't know if eclectic is the word.
Yeah.
Like I saw more of a variety of sneakers versus at a SneakerCon, it was Yeezy, Boost, Jordan 1. Like it wasn't a lot of the same stuff. Here, I felt like I had options. Like I saw a table that had 2 KD4s. I see somebody walk around with KD4 Galaxies. Like I didn't see any of that at SneakerCon, and that's no knock on anything else, but it's just more like, man, I like to see stuff that makes me feel like, you know what, maybe I'll buy that again.
Yeah.
You know, I sold that years ago, but you know what, I shouldn't have. Maybe go back to that.
I think that's crazy when you look at it in general. I think nowadays you only see more recent stuff. You don't see too many tables with a bunch of older stuff.
You
Right.
don't. You don't.
Yeah.
The very first one we went to,
I don't know if I've seen a LeBron on a table in 5 years.
Yeah.
2 years, 2 years.
I definitely haven't seen like a South Beach 8 on the table.
You don't see. You used to see those in cases behind people's like stuff, like Holy Grails. But I mean, honestly, I don't think I've seen. I don't think between both, I don't remember seeing a LeBron on a anywhere.
The normal SneakerCon has all that.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, I think they limited it so vendors did well. Is that's what I heard.
Yeah.
But most SneakerCons have
Everything?
just a much more variety than was at this.
Okay.
Gotcha.
You see, that's great to know because we can literally only speak on
And
This one.
three
the
times the
first
vendors.
time we've ever.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we were talking about Cleveland. Like you said, Cleveland was
Nuts.
out of control.
It's crazy.
And I wouldn't have expected that. Like I don't know why I wouldn't have. I just Cleveland. It was cold weather. I didn't think it would be that big of a turnout.
Freezing.
Well, in Cleveland, they were probably buying LeBrons because Cleveland is usually 3 to 4 years behind in fashion, and I'm allowed to say that because my entire family's from Cleveland. But you go to Cleveland, they're still wearing Abercrombie hoodies.
Here's the difference.
Abercrombie hoodies are kind of tight though.
To you,
Abercrombie hoodies are alright.
Okay.
No.
Here's the difference. Kids out there buy, sell, trade. So
Yes.
they're trading. The trading pit is nuts on the
Oh, I
East
bet.
Coast. It was like a ghost town in Phoenix.
Oh, yeah.
The culture's totally different out there.
Yeah, the trading pit area. I didn't even know that was the trading pit. I'm trying to get to the bathroom. I'm walking through. I'm like, pick your shoes off the ground.
Normally,
Out
you
the
can't
way.
even walk through that place. It's
Really?
nuts. It's the busiest place of the entire event.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't too crazy because I went there a few times for water because water bottles were like $6 a pop.
Oh yeah, for real. It's overly priced.
But no, Desert Showdown, it was great. I liked it. I think it was more personal. I think us as the podcast got our name out there pretty good.
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
more. One thing that you do notice, like at a SneakerCon, everyone's wearing like a Yeezys and a Boost, things like that.
Yes.
I felt like at Desert Showdown
There was less of that.
in Phoenix, it was less of
There's
that.
more variety of on feet sneakers.
Like shout out to the homie Curtis Martin, who we interviewed. One of our listeners that we talked to. Gave him the opportunity to be on the podcast. He moved from L.A. and he's like new to Arizona or whatever, and he was wearing Carmine 6s.
Carmine 6s, yep.
The only person in the entire building wearing Carmine 6s. That's how you know the shift in sneaker culture has jumped so dramatically.
You might have been the only person wearing a Kobe, period. Not even just a Kobe, like with the shoe you're wearing, but a Kobe. It might have been the only Kobe I saw in the entire
And
building.
see, that was how it
1
was.
through
I was trying to sell some. No
1 through
lie.
12.
And see, that's how it was at SneakerCon. You wore Goddess flying racers.
Only flying it in the building,
I
probably.
wore Samantos. Might have
Only
been almost
ASIC.
the only ASIC on
Yeah.
foot in the building. Like that's how it shifted so far.
Yeah.
Like, no one's even willing to wear a general release anymore when you go to something like that.
I don't even want to wear my Yeezys anymore because I feel like everywhere you go,
feel like everywhere you
everybody's
go,
wearing Yeezy.
There's a Yeezy.
Unless it's a zebra. Like, zebras are probably the exception. But there was probably 17, 18 people wearing Belugas at SneakerCon.
And the thing is that, like...
And I could not find one to purchase.
and you know what's funny?
I still couldn't buy one.
That, I know. Which I thought for certain you would have found one there. But that goes back to the point of, like... It takes away from how special a Yeezy's supposed to be.
Yes.
I don't want to sound like the hype beast. I don't want to sound like
because,
the kid
even
that
when,
buys something to feel special.
Well, because
it matters, though.
Even when Nike Yeezys were, like, at their peak, before he went to Adidas, and I can't say, I mean, I never went to a huge
Daniel was wearing
show.
Yeezy 1s
Yeah.
at SneakerCon.
Like, I've never gone to a huge sneaker show at that point in time, but, like, you'd go to Heated Soul Summit, you'd see, like, if there was 600 people there, 2 were wearing a Yeezy.
A Yeezy.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Period.
Like, you'd see, like, a Platt walk by and be like, holy shit. You see a Solar walk and be like, holy shit. And, like, that was it.
Yeah.
Two people.
You go to tables
You'd
to
see-
look at a Yeezy.
Yeah.
You've never seen one before.
Yeah. You'd see, like, 1 or 2 people wearing, like, a Dornbacher 3 or 4. Like,
Facts.
at
Yep.
SneakerCon, 70 to 80% of the people walking around were wearing a V2.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that felt that way because it felt like a Yeezy show.
Like,
Ridiculous.
Everybody that walked
But
by was wearing...
I mean, the reason they want to wear the hottest shoe that's comfortable that they can walk around in for 7 hours. So,
That's
I mean,
true.
You know, people
I
that
get that.
think forward. When I go to a show, I wear the most comfortable shoe there is, the Ultra Boost.
And so
Yes.
you guys are on your feet.
8 to 10 hours, you know,
Yeah.
on my feet.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean,
And-
like, from that standpoint, you understand the want for a comfortable shoe, which I've heard now is the EQT 9317, if I'm saying that
Shout out to
right.
JC. Said it's the most comfortable
Well,
shoe will
first,
change your
Jeremy
life.
from Manor told me it was the most comfortable shoe
Facts.
ever in life.
He did say that.
Shout out to Manor.
Shout out to Manor.
Restocking Adidas daily. He did tell me.
They still don't carry a Rejuvenator, though. I don't know what's going on with
Yeah, I
that.
don't know
Yeah,
what's up
Jeremy,
with
get your Rejuvenator order in. We're waiting.
Yeah.
Steve's waiting on your order.
They carry the other 2 brands, but
yeah.
What's the second one? I know the first one. I'll never mention the name.
I mean, the other 2, the only
Just
other
the only
doesn't
other
matter.
2 big
Oh.
ones out there that people
Steve.
seem to carry.
I mean, I'm sorry. Jeremy, pull your dumpster around.
Pull your nose around, throw that stuff out.
Swipe it. in
Yeah.
the dumpster.
Get yourself some Rejuvenator. Get yourself some sneaker laundry kits.
And this is because we use Rejuvenator.
Because we use Rejuvenator. Because we love
Facts.
Jeremy. We want him to carry the best products that there are available on the market for cleaning your shoes.
But yeah, like we said, these sneaker events, like we said, I remember when Yeezys would make you feel special or something like that. And I hate when we say that. I hated the fact that when we started this podcast, I started to feel that way. I started to feel like when we got Black Fridays from Undefeated,
Undefeated, yep.
I wore them, and I hate that I felt it, and I even looked for it. But when I wore a Beluga, bruh, questions, all eyes. Oh, bruh. I wore an olive, and no one cared. And I'm like, God, am I that guy that cares what I'm rocking that other people care? I told you guys from day one, when I started collecting sneakers and going to elementary school, junior high, high school, I bought all the sneakers because that's who I became. And I felt if I didn't come with that sneaker, everyone was like, yo, what's up with Greg? Like, he ain't got the sneakers today. I bought every colorway of sneakers. This is back when a shoe would come out. This is when a Jordan came out. It was 3 colorways. Now it's about 97, 100 colorways. When the questions dropped, I had Pearl Red Toes, All Blacks, Blue Pearl Toes. That was the only one. And then the low top when they came out. That was it. So it wasn't a thing for me to get 4 pairs in. It was a thing of like, dang, the blacks just came out in January and you already got the reds in March. That was my thing. I still inside as a sneakerhead who's married with kids, grown up, sold sneakers, got them back, sold them, got them back, retired a million times. I still like to feel special when I wear my sneakers.
Oh, yeah.
And every single person should feel special when they wear their sneakers. That's what the culture is about. Now, it does do something to you when you see 97 of your friends also wearing the same sneaker it does. Seeing Royal Ones, there was a lot of Royal Ones in the air. You said this. A lot of Royal Ones in the air for sale than there were actually on the feet.
I don't think I saw one where I went on foot, honestly.
I seen a girl wearing them.
Okay.
I seen a little,
There was one table that had about 47 pairs
Bruh.
stacked up. Lady sitting in a chair, 300 a pop.
stack.
Stacked.
And it didn't bother me, but it was like, who really wanted the Royal Ones? Because they did just come out like 2-3 years ago. Like,
And then they just came out again like 2-3 hours ago too.
Right. So they'll never stop. But anyways, another thing
There was
too,
a man there though that had the 13s that come out today, or 13s that come out this Saturday, the lows, and he's like, "Have you seen these yet?" And I was like, "Well, no, I haven't seen them yet. They haven't come out yet." And he's like, "They're super limited. If you get them here today, you can have them for $360." And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get them next week on Swoosh for $108, so I'm good. Like,
Yeah.
I'll cop 3 or 4 for that $360 that you're trying to sell for.
So, I mean, like I said, as far as Desert Showdown, I thought it was great. Me personally. I did. I think I more prefer that intimate setting right now.
You're an intimate guy. You like
I
intimacy.
know. And I don't
You're a
know why I
romantic
said
person,
that,
you know?
man. Saying that felt funny.
Yeah,
man.
you're a romantic
I don't even
guy,
call my
so-
wife like babe or love or nothing like that, but saying the word intimate felt funny.
It's true, though. That's weird. It's a weird thing to say in a room of,
I
4
hate
men
that
and
word,
a engaged woman.
That word, intimate, cocktail, I don't like them type of words. Man.
You get cocks in your inbox, so
So shout
that's
out.
intimate. That's intimate, though.
Yeah, it's just for me. But shout out to Desert Showdown. Shout out to Charles, Ben Haddo, Abe. Shout out to guest list. Shout out to everybody who's involved. We'll always support them.
It's good for Arizona, man.
It is good
They
for
need to
Arizona.
have
It's good.
you know.
And it was good too. Like we seen, because we were at one point, we see like Charles's table was empty with sales, and then we at Rejuvenator booth, we seen a line of people cleaning their shoes at the thing. That's great. Like another thing too is vendors knowing their audience and
Yeah.
what to look for and what to sell. Like at SneakerCon, I think they might have been at Desert Showdown, and there's certain things you got to pay attention to. I think I said it to you guys last time. It was like a clothing brand. It was called like Hustle Players. Let me tell you something. Like I'm not buying something that says Hustle Players Pimps. Like that's just played out lingo and talk. Like you got to know your market.
That table
Know-
across from us.
Yes, bruh. That table across the
He was selling rap DVDs and mixtapes.
and
and
he was
CDs.
selling socks with Cheetos and Frosted Flakes.
And Hennessy.
My question was he selling them?
No, not
he
one person
was
stopped at
sitting
his
there.
table, period. So he
I'm
wasted,
like-
he had 3 tables, so he wasted like $400 on
Can't
tables.
blame him for trying.
You can't blame him from trying, but you gotta be with
You
the time.
gotta pay attention. You can't sell fake Fendi belts, fake Gucci slippers,
They
and
had
then
Timberland
rap battle
bottoms on
mixed top. Yeah, they had Timberland bottoms on the Gucci
Flip-flops.
flip-flops. And then the socks
you
had
roll
like
Nike-
That just means whoever's selling the tables is doing their job.
Yeah.
yeah. Because all honesty, according to them, no fakes are allowed in the building. And there was some fakes in the building. Fake belts, fake DVDs, fake CDs. I mean, bruh, he had like
I thought I was on Canal Street.
it was a pair of socks. Yeah, and it was a black dude wearing an El Chapo shirt. I'm like, you don't even know yourself, man. Like,
You don't even know
yeah.
yourself.
But I mean, he's selling the socks that had Cheetos on it. I'm like, bruh, no one's buying a pair of socks that got Cheetos on it. I
And
mean,
nobody did.
honestly, it was the regular Cheetos too. I mean, there was a
Yeah, it
bunch of
wasn't
black
even- it
people
wasn't
and
even
Mexican
Flamin'
people
Hot.
there.
It wasn't
You
even
gotta have
Flamin'
flaming
Hot
hots
Cheetos.
for the black
Yeah.
people. You gotta have Tapatio
He
for
should have had
Mexicans.
Takis.
You gotta
Taki
do
socks.
something.
Yo, lit.
Like you have
Something
to do
with lemon
something.
lime.
Yeah.
You gotta have something like that. But he had regular Cheetos. Who eats regular Cheetos anymore? Who eats
Nobody.
Cheetos? I don't eat Cheetos.
I don't need you to.
Cheetos are kind of nasty. Anyway, so shout out to them. Shout out to Charles. Shout out to Ben Haddos. We appreciate them. They always hook us up table price because we're not selling anything yet.
Except
One day we'll
ourselves.
sell something.
We just sell ourselves.
And we do. And people come up and like us. People come up and hate us. People come up and ignore us. People come up, talk to us, and lie.
People
So
come give us dirty looks. People come
Yes.
give us smiles.
some people say they came that we wouldn't look at them. Some people say we did. But
Yeah.
whatever.
We try to look at everybody.
Top 10 things we hate at sneaker events.
Who's gonna go first?
I'll go first.
You go first. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say
Bottom
my top 10.
5.
I don't know if there's anything you guys want to touch on or say anything you hate at sneaker events or anything that you personally notice.
I mean, not really.
Not
No?
really, Daniel.
No.
Anything that you
That's a
dislike,
politically correct answer.
you notice or dislike at sneaker events.
There's one thing that just kind of overarches, but I think I'll save that for my list.
Oh, you made a list already?
Well, no, I mentally
Of course,
just gonna.
this
I'm just
guy
gonna
is
name off stuff.
constantly-
Yeah,
He makes lists.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, no, I do have something that I hate. Only when I'm selling shoes and every single person that grabs your shoes. Like if you got a pair of Yeezys out there, I swear to God, it gets touched 45,000 times.
That's
My bad.
going
I
to
grabbed a
happen.
pair of shoes off your table, looked at it like 3 or 4 times.
I
Sorry
know-
about that.
You know, it's funny. Like I remember
Seems like
seeing.
this motherfucker.
I remember tables used to have "Don't touch"
Do not
signs.
touch.
They don't have those anymore.
some people do.
Some
Really?
do. I
like,
should
not
put
for
one on
sale.
there. To me, it's like if someone wants to buy it, they should be able to touch it. But it's all the kids that,
Just want to touch it.
yeah.
So your man's, I guess I know him too. He's an ASU, that we talked to when we first got there. The taller guy, the married with the kid. His kid was wearing his little baby was wearing like the Concords.
Oh yeah, Charles. Yeah, that's the homie.
So I walked by at some point, and
homie.
And the table next to him, some kid like picked up a shoe, and he's like, "What don't you understand about don't touch?" Not Charles, but the table next to him. And I'm like, "Geez, like this man is serious about not touching his shoe."
Oh, the guy at the table said that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's like, "What do you not understand about do not touch?"
I've never seen that before. I've never actually seen anybody enforce it. Actually, I've seen Daniel enforce it one time. I did.
Oh, dude, I had to be the bully. That was not fair.
You know what's funny? At SneakerCon, I was talking to you, and everybody was touching Vic's. Shout out to Vic Almighty. He was.
They were touching his what?
They were touching. They were touching his sneakers, and Daniel had a few touch. Hey, these are customs. Don't touch these. And I was like,
oh yeah, I had to bully a couple people that day. That was not fun, but it was pretty funny.
But yeah, so 10 things that I hate about
Bottom
sneaker
five.
events. You want me to do bottom 5? Or you want me to do 10?
I mean, you can go through all 10 if you want.
You want me to?
I go bottom 5.
Let's do bottom 5.
All right.
Number 10. Coming to a sneaker event and paying to get in and don't buying a single thing. Buy a t-shirt. On our website, we have a section. It's called
Etiquette.
It's called Sneaker Convention Etiquette. You know, to me, if I pay $40 for a VIP pack or $25 to get in or $20, walk out with a keychain. Walk out with something. You always come across
A
people
lanyard.
You always come across those individuals that like, and I get you coming to look for something specific.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I came just to look for zebras. Oh man, I get that. I get it. But you know what? You didn't find your size. Walk out with something.
You know what you always need? You always need shoe cleaner. Grab some Rejuvenator
Grab
next
some
time.
Rejuvenator.
There you go.
That's all you need to grab.
Grab some Rejuvenator.
Grab some Rejuvenator.
Products start at $10.
All right.
$5. $5. Get some wipes. Keep your stuff clean.
Always. I mean, just grab something. All right.
And that goes for all your stuff. Keep all your stuff clean and your shoes.
Because it's almost like you just paid to just go hang out somewhere for a minute, man. You just walked out with nothing. There's nothing.
Right.
And you know, a lot of times those people that walk out with nothing, they'll be the ones that be like, it sucked. Like, no, it didn't suck. You just didn't find what you want. You just didn't buy what you want. Number 9. I actually have I don't like, so number 9, and this is not against Charles them, because them giving the clear boxes away with the hat and all that stuff, that was tight. I thought that was dope.
I agree.
But
The blogger drop pump box.
right,
Drop pump
carrying it around.
Yeah.
Those type of things, if you're in there, I can't stand being at an event. And this goes to people that are selling shoes too. Know your product before you bring it. Look at your shoe when you're in your house and in your car and say, I don't think anyone's going to buy this. And think, do you want to walk around the show
All
the entire
day,
time?
holding it up to your ear.
Holding this up, holding a duffel bag.
You guys have no idea.
Oh, my God.
And I'm talking
and
about...
making, I'm sure, idiotic trades to people that are trying to sell things.
And this is the thing,
Yeah.
like, I want people to make their experience at these events as comfortable as possible. You're gonna hate it if you're walking around carrying duffel bags and boxes and you're sweating and no one wants to buy your stuff. The sneaker event didn't suck because you couldn't sell. Your stuff didn't sell because you couldn't identify before you got there it couldn't sell. All right, that's fact. Number 8, I'm sick and tired of Pablo print. Yeezy
Oh my
Pablo
God,
print.
that should have been
Oh.
on my list.
Now,
I didn't even think about that.
I get merch. I get trends. I get what's in. I get what's out. Pablo print on the back of clothing is out.
It's out.
To me. All right. I can't go to every single
I
table.
won't even wear like my actual
It makes your-
original ultra, like my ultra light beams. Like I want to throw them away because there's just Pablo merch.
When
on
I
everything
see
now.
people actually wearing the Pablo merch, I have to read it
To
to
see
make
if
sure
it's a
it doesn't
Kanye shirt,
say.
yeah.
It might say, you know, I'm not going to say anything, but it might say somebody's store, somebody's this. I'm over that, all right? It was great at the time, and it was original for Kanye, even though it was on Gildan T-shirts. It was great, all right? But I'm over Pablo print. Number 7, vendors not talking to people at their table, all right? Customer service matters. If I'm at your table and I'm looking at your shoes,
talk to me,
get
Say-
up,
interact
say,
with me.
hey, what's going on, man? You know, anything you like? Oh, cool. Just taking a look. Awesome, man. Appreciate it. Man, dang it. I wish you had these in a size 10. You know what? Let me get your Instagram and your Twitter or your text number. If I come across one, I'll
let you
text
know.
you and hit you up later because I might have came across one if you want it. That would be golden, okay? If you're a buyer, go to a table. Hey, man, you know, you always have the great products at your table. Can I get your Twitter, Instagram so I can just check your site out to see what you have? That matters to me. If I walk into a store in the mall and they don't say nothing to me, I'm out. All right? I will not buy. I went to Kohan the other day. I'm looking at the shoes. The lady looked at me like what are you doing here? I said,
Because you were black?
I said, yes. You never know. But I said, you know
Kohan
what?
racist. You heard
I said,
it first.
Rosil. Oh, I love Kohan. Let's not jump out the window. Kohan provides me great work shoes. I said, Rosil, let's go. I hated it. It annoyed me, especially when you walk into a room that's as big as like a public restroom.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we're all standing next to each other, and you haven't said a single word to me. But this is for sellers. This is for buyers.
Goes both ways, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People can talk too much, and then it's like, dude,
You're
just
right.
leave me alone.
And that goes for a buyer, too. A seller is not interested in, like, hearing your life story about a sneaker and then you walk off. They're also not interested in hearing, like, bro, like, this isn't, a consignment. I mean, it's not a store. It's not a, bro, if you had this in a 10, I'd cop it. You know what? They don't. Put it down and then go walk away. That's all that matters. Please find someone else. Period. Number 6. Wearing anything other than sneakers to a sneaker event.
Yes,
I
that does bother
hate
you.
that guy. There's always that guy, like, and we personally know people, hundreds, sneakers, and they come wearing slides. Where do you wear your sneakers if you're not wearing them to a sneaker event? Your slides, look, I like slides. They aight. I wear them to the mailbox, the grocery store, pick up baby diapers.
I don't even own a pair.
I own
Well,
one
we're white,
pair.
so we have flip-flops.
That's true.
See?
I don't wear flip flops. I don't like anything going in between my big toe and my single toe. It's weird. All right.
White people wear flip-flops.
And they're called.
Everybody else wears
and
slides.
technically, they're called thongs.
Thongs.
All right. I tried on a pair of thongs one time. No joke. That little bar that goes in between your big toe.
I have to agree with that one.
It was something about that feeling, and I
See?
hate.
a Hispanic and a black man. So you don't understand. Like, it's white culture. You know?
And I was like, with slides, I don't really care for it with socks, but I'll wear socks. But bruh, I kid you not, there are only a few sounds in Earth I hate. But that sound of a flip flop hitting the back of the heel, bruh.
Yeah.
This girl, ASU, last year of ASU college, she came late to every single class. 400 people walk in. I would be like, girl, sit down, all right? I hate that sound. She came in wearing pajamas. Anyway, shout out to her.
Shout out to her.
But don't come to a sneaker event wearing slides or wearing a flip flop. Now, unless you're that guy that's like just with your friend who's in the sneakers, you don't count. You're just hanging out. You just came in something.
Not even if they were Gucci flip flops.
If you wearing Gucci flip flops to sneaker con, you just trying too hard, bro. You got something to show, but and they better be authentic Gucci flip-flops.
Yes, they better not be
come
Timberland
from-
bottom Gucci flip-flops.
They better not come from El Chapo, or whatever his name
El
is.
Chapo.
But that's my bottom five.
All right. So I
what you got?
actually, in your list, I've created 2 honorable mentions. I'm going to say people who walk around with their shoes and try to make stupid trades to people. Like, if you want to trade, go to a trading pit. And second honorable mention. Actually, I forgot my second honorable mention. So I'll get right into my top 10.
That's that.
Oh, I remember it now. People who fucking play their music at the top volume everywhere. Like, you have a DJ, okay? So let the DJ do his thing.
Oh, yeah.
If you just have a stand somewhere, don't bring big old obnoxious speakers and blast music over the DJ music to everybody else.
They
Like,
bring their
just-
own Bluetooth speaker. I hate that. Man.
let the DJ do what the DJ's there to do. All right, that was my honorable mentions. Top 10, number 10. And this has only been recently. The people who bug you. That little booth who was giving away a pair of alternate Jordan 8s. No, first of all, I don't want those for free. And I
doing that?
definitely don't want you to ask me every time I walk by, sign up for the raffle, give these away for free.
Oh, yeah.
Bro,
What is that?
I don't know. But I'll pay you. Next time, I'll give you $10 at the beginning of the show to not talk to me the rest of the show.
Yeah, if you see my shirt again, don't say nothing to me.
Don't say nothing to me. And the first time, I think you signed up. So every time I walk by, I'm like,
I
I'm
did.
signed up, dude. I signed up. Okay.
Yeah,
just
I signed up that first
Please leave
time.
me alone. I'm there to look for shoes. I'm not there to win a wax shoe. If I want a wax shoe, I'll buy a wax shoe.
Right.
I mean, we could get it cheap enough. They're probably $40 on eBay right now. Number 9. You touch on this. Looking at people's tables and them not acknowledging you at all. I literally sat at this person's table. I think it was like one of the Band LA tables. They were wearing all Band LA shirts. He had a beluga. I'm like,
He was kind of a jerk to you.
I'm like, how much is this? And he's like having a conversation. I'm like, how much is this? Like, completely ignore the fact I asked him like 3 or 4. I put the
did.
shoe down. I walked away. I'm like, man.
And I like Band LA.
I do.
But when you asked him about the beluga and he told you, first of all, he didn't say nothing to you.
No.
And then he said, bro, let me set up first.
Yeah.
I was like, well, geez, god dang.
yeah.
All right. Well, and I get it. He's there to do something.
No, I'm talking about later in the show.
Oh, you went back?
I went back and he's talking to another man. I asked him 3 or 4 times, okay, how much do you want for this? Like, I'm back. Like, how much you want? Literally didn't even look at me. Just had a complete, and he was like having a conversation over like drama. I'm like, all right, I guess you don't want to sell this. So, number 8, people who are like unwilling to negotiate. Like I hate if I'm like, hey, I want all 3 of these. Will you give me like $20 off a shoe? And they're like, nah.
Oh yeah, do with the baby jerseys.
I'm like, you know what? Like, I mean, granted, they were a good price, but like he had 2 baby jerseys, right? He had a home and an away from like way back with it had the Nike that still said Nike over the check. He was like 25 each. I was like, all right. I was like, hey, I got $40. I'll give you 40 for both. He's like, no. Like I said something bad about his mom.
He doesn't want to sell then.
Yeah.
That's plain. You make me a reasonable offer.
Right.
I will sell you.
Now you are notorious for.
Oh, I lowball the shit out of people.
Right.
Oh, I lowball the shit out. I'm one of the cheapest people in the world.
And it works for you.
You're an accountant.
Yeah. So,
it works for you a lot of times.
most of the time. Yeah.
So I think your picture is probably up at tables. You might be that guy.
Nope. Fucking lowballer. Get the fuck out of here.
Is that your beard? Oh yeah, you gotta get.
No, you gotta get out of here, man. You don't even come to my table anymore.
Hey, you got to be able to wheel and deal though.
Oh, you have to.
Right.
You got to be willing.
I mean, I didn't think it was it's $5 a jersey. I mean, I didn't think I was offending. I was like, I got $40. I'll take both of them.
I thought that was.
No.
I thought for certain when you said that he was gonna be like, oh yeah, go ahead, take them. Especially the white one. The white one wasn't.
The white one was
anymore.
dingy. It was like trash. The blue one, I mean, whatever. But he sold them, so shout out to him. And I'm actually salty I didn't pay the $50 because I probably would have liked that one.
50's a good price. We just didn't want to.
So he did his thing. Number 7, seeing the day before release being carried around and stacked up everywhere for sale for double retail.
Hate it.
I get it,
but I hate it.
I get it, but there had to have been 312 Royal ones for sale.
Everywhere. And
People carrying them, people having them stacked on every table, multiple pairs on every table.
Now let's say Royal ones though. I get it. You can make money with those.
You can make money on
But
those.
that one time when it was the one that you were able to come to, me and George went to, and it was like French blue 12s everywhere.
Everyone.
I don't like it. But I would like to see the day release that came out the day before on feet.
Yeah.
In the air.
Yeah.
So I get that one.
Number 6, I hate it when people butt into your deals. Like if you're from a seller or a buyer perspective, like if I'm like, hey man, you know what? I'll give you $250 for this. And they're like, all right. And somebody's like, those are on flight for $450. You should.
Oh yeah, I don't like
or
that.
if you're a buy, or if you're a seller, and
I don't like that.
And somebody's like, I'll give this to you for $300, and you're like, okay, I'll take it. And somebody's like, bro, you could probably find those at another table for like $2.
I don't like that.
Don't butt into deals, either for or against. Like if somebody's in the middle of a deal, let them finish the deal that they're in. Don't butt in. That bugs me.
I don't like that at all.
So I guess we'll go, Daniel. You put together a top 10 up
what
in
you
your
got,
head.
Daniel? You got something?
I think my thing's going to come from various perspectives because I've pretty much been on every side of the fence with that one. One thing I like, you kind of touched on too, was from a seller standpoint, is people bugging you while you're setting up. Like,
I do that all the time. That's the best time to get deals. The best 2 times to get deals are
Now.
setting up and packing up.
Packing up, I will give you, but setting up, it's just a little difficult, especially when depending on how big your table is and what exactly you're selling. Because I've helped Charles out before. He opened his shop with a bunch of shows and like setting up and trying to organize and get those boxes and everything organized while someone's trying to ask you a question. It's annoying.
So here's my backup line.
But
hey, you really want to take those home with you? Or you want to take one?
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's a good though. You
want to pack those?
You're coming with the intent to get rid of stuff.
Now that was when you talked to Ben LA guy the first time.
Yeah.
We were going around early. But our goal was to go around early.
Yeah, and try to get stuff before anybody got in there.
So I do see it from both perspectives. Because if you're trying to set up and everyone's in your face or something like that, I do
because
get
of the
that.
last show at SneakerCon, you know this. It was that obviously was the morning of the Atmos release, the Air Max Atmos. So we walked up to a table. They were setting up. We got there early. We were there like 8. So I walk up. The man had like 5 pairs, and I'm like, "How much?" And he's like, $400. That's not a bad deal. I honestly probably should have bought because we went back an hour later after after they hit flight and after things went up, and I'm like, "How much?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, $550." I'm like, "They were just $400 an hour ago."
No, see, that's a simple question. I don't mind that. I'm talking about the guy that'll come up and there's literally a table full of shoes that are unorganized, and he starts picking up random pairs and like, how much is this? Oh, that. How much is this? What size is this? What size? Like 50 questions at one time. I'm like, bruh, like give me a second to organize something here, and I got some answers for you, but chill. So a few other things. Some of them are going to overlap some of the things you guys said. Definitely the recent release thing is so annoying.
So
you know,
annoying.
especially if events are usually on Saturdays, so especially that shoe that came out that morning is going to be in there.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone's trying to sell
They
it for
went
the
from
same. Yeah.
Foot Locker to the event. They put their 2 pairs they won in the raffle in the car, and they're trying to flip them.
Yeah,
hate
that's
that.
so annoying. I think it might be out. Oh.
The other 12 members of the
There's no
sneak
more
is
members left?
cash, bro.
Oh, I forgot. There's 4 of us.
Oh,
The other thing too is definitely something that Ryan said with negotiation. You have to go into it knowing, especially if you're a seller, that it's a show. Like you don't want to leave with all the stuff that you got there, and it's not the same thing like it's your consignment shop or something like that. Go in there wanting to leave with less product.
right.
Like that's definitely a for certain thing, and people who don't like to negotiate and stuff like that. Another big thing too, and my list, because it's off the fly, is in no specific order, is definitely the customer service. Being on both sides of the fence with that also, like I would say, I don't know what the exact percentage is, but sneaker culture people are definitely some antisocial people in certain senses, and don't acknowledge you, won't make eye contact.
and JC from Urban Necessities, he said that I don't know how he put it, but that they're antisocial.
yeah.
They're awkward, and that's a fact.
Yeah.
like they'll stare at you, but they won't even
"What's up,
stand out
man?"
the seat. Yeah, like in all honesty, if I had a table, I think I'd get rid of my chair. I don't think I'd ever touch it because
Oh yeah, we
you
so many
lose
events.
that. Like
We don't sit down ever.
Yeah.
yeah, you lose that care. Like
Unless my feet really hurt.
right, and it's like they have their sneakers stacked. You can barely see them sitting at the table sometime. I
Yeah.
also don't like them sitting behind a table and then like they homies sitting behind a table too, and they just
Yeah.
like chilling. Like I don't really care for that either. you know?
Yeah, definitely be willing to negotiate too. I mean, like Ryan said, if it's a few bucks, like Charles had a great rule when I used to help him. Like if it's under $20 or less, you be willing to make that deal and just let that go. We don't
Right.
want to go home with it. Let's see, what was another one?
I've never been able to. I still haven't been able to go up to somebody and be like, "You want 500? Nah, 450." Like I can't do that.
You gotta take
personally.
that same philosophy of talking for a chick though. What's the worst she can say is no. I mean,
Yeah,
you have been out of the
depends.
game for a couple years.
I've been out of the game for a minute, but I'm a smooth operator.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.
So the customer service is definitely a bad thing. What else? I'm trying to think what else I had at the top of my head. Just lack of creativity for the shows. The sad thing is you go to one show and they're like cookie cutter. Like
They
I like
are.
when you go to a different show and they have something different than the last show. Like if you can take a sneaker con, like a Desert Showdown, a lot of them follow the same formula. I like
Right.
it when everyone has something that's uniquely theirs or something that's slightly different. Like Sneaker Con's been trying to introduce those conversation things.
I was gonna say
That's kind of cool.
That's a good
That's
point.
cool. Yeah.
And then I mean, obviously, Heated Soul has the raffles that
custom.
kind of keep it and the custom things.
Yeah. Who won that, by the way?
That guy from I think he's from El Paso or something like that. There was a whole bunch of drama with that too.
Was
that
there
went down.
drama?
Yeah.
So, because there was the guy, the British guy.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know if
British Customs, yeah.
He's been talking to me on IG for like the last few days, and he's been like, "Oh, I'm gonna win. I'll beat." He's been talking. All right, he's been talking, and he lost too.
Yeah, he lost.
Yeesh,
And so there was 3 of them?
It was
4
four guys, I think.
Oh, really? 2 more jumped in.
It was
Okay.
I know it was Bass, it was British, and 2 other guys I'm not familiar with. One of them was from El Paso, and I'm not sure where the
Okay.
last guy was.
See, I only
from.
went by base and the British guy table. He was
Yeah.
supposed
Yeah.
to come talk to us. I hate calling British guy, but
British Customs, yeah.
whatever. Oh, okay. Yeah, he was supposed
You
to
want
come
to
talk
do a
to
British
us.
accent?
He's a chemist. Good day, mate. What is that?
That's Australian, so
I
that's
gave it my best.
definitely yeah, like cheerio. I mean, you want to do your Dubai accent? No. Nope. All right.
I guess
Nope. I got yelled at by that doing that one. That was
the
racist.
last thing I would say, as far as from the top 5 or bottom 5, however you want to look at it, is completely do not touch tables. Like if you buy a table and you can't touch, nothing's for sale,
Yeah.
and it's just full of random things to look
forgot
at.
my
I
list,
don't-
Oh my
bruh.
god.
yeah,
That's on my
I forgot
list.
about that. Yeah,
I
if you
hate
buy a
that.
table and you're only there to stunt,
Samples.
go home.
yeah.
That's on my list with a slash because the table next to us that were like, we'll get to it.
The barber?
Oh, is that it?
Yeah,
We'll
that
get
was
to
that
it.
was my top or bottom, however you want to look at it.
Okay.
I thought they were nice guys.
So no, I nothing against
They're nice
them.
people.
I go to their barbershop whenever I don't cut my own hair. But anyways,
you cut your own hair too,
I do everything, bro.
and the lawn,
I
and
don't
you pull
cut
the weeds.
grass. Oh, I pull the weeds. Though.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know. We said we were gonna cut back on having a landscaper, but you know, cutting pulling weeds is
Rough out there.
Anyways,
We better find a sponsor so you can continue life.
number 5, coming with realistic expectations. People come to sneaker events like, bruh, I'm trying to get a Yeezy, and they want 1,000. Have you not been a part of the? Where have you been?
There's something on my list.
Hoping to come to Final Royal for 180, 200.
Yeah. No. Go home.
Go home. Like, have realistic expectations. Like, I think
You got to hop on DH Gate.
It's like when people come to sneaker events and they think it's a retail shop. Like it's just a giant consignment shop.
But I
That's what it
also,
is.
on the other side of that, hate when people come to sneaker shows and think it's Flight Club. So
Yeah.
That's what I do too. Their Flight Club has its audits of people that actually come back and buy because they trust it, and that is what it is. Now, coming to when somebody is selling something at retail, don't try, like, if it's DS sold out in stores and they're asking retail and you can't find it on like Kicks Deals or anything else for cheap, buy the shoe or walk away. I remember, shout out to Bobby Shuley. I remember one sneaker event he had full of sneakers, all of them retail, all of them sold out in stores. Cats were like, I'm like, just what the store is asking for. Like,
Dude,
pay that.
people are going to try to undercut you no matter what your price is. If you put it at retail,
Shout out
they
to
want
Ryan.
it 20 under retail.
Shout out to Ryan.
That's funny that that's
I
coming
will.
from him.
If I come to your table and you have a pair of shoes that retail for 120 and they're 120, I'm offering you 100.
He helped Oscar the intern but get Black Toes. They started at 400 and we got out with 250.
250.
Damn. So
I mean, Black Toes shouldn't have been 400 to begin with.
They
Yeah,
should
but
for real.
that was way too high. Number 4, people not cleaning their sneakers, their pre-owned sneakers, and trying to sell them or trade them.
hate when people bring dirty stuff. Get some
Rejuvenate
Rejuvenator.
your sneakers.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you wouldn't know how every single, I would say majority of the people that come up to the table is for that reason. We have the free cleaning station.
Right.
Everyone comes up to try to clean the stuff that they're about to sell. Yeah.
Just
Hey,
imagine.
at least they're trying.
Yeah.
Right. Now, just imagine if you bought your own laundry kit and you washed them and came with clean sneakers. You get more money.
More money.
At
I
least-
might-
at least $50 more.
At least.
I would consider it more because there has been the moments, like you said, where you have a sneaker and they're like, "Would you be willing to trade?" And they like hold up a trashed Jordan 7, like,
With
you want
mud
that?
on the bottom.
Hey, bruh,
No, I don't want
bruh,
that.
can you put some shine to this?
Yeah.
Like, can you stuff it with grocery bags or something? Can you give it the shape back? Can you give it something to make me say,
Yeah, make it presentable.
you know, let
Just
me
don't
let me
put-
struggle.
Just
to,
don't put your
yeah.
dirty socks in the toe box. I hate.
Oh,
Have you
yeah.
ever bought a shoe and reached in and dirty socks
Bro,
were in the toe
Dude,
box?
for real, what's the most randomest thing you pulled out, stuffed
Bruh,
inside a
no
shoe?
joke.
Dirty sock. Like,
Dirty sock.
I think
No.
socks that were used as cum racks.
No, when I got okay,
I'm serious.
yes,
I'm not kidding.
Brazzers.com. Now,
Yes, they were-
when
Yeah, they were on
no,
casting couch and then they put the sock in the shoe and forgot about it. and
I
sent it
told
to
you,
me.
like, when I got scammed for those Concords.
Yeah.
So I got scammed for Concords long time ago. When I don't even know what I was thinking. I was so hyped at the trade. I don't know why I sent the shoes first. Anyways, he sent me this package, and I got it out the mailbox. And he was supposed to send me Royal Foamposites, Bordeaux's, something else for Concords. And I was so hyped. And I got the package out, and I was like, "There's no way 3 sneakers are in this." Like, it was the size of a football.
Yeah.
And I said, "Right." I went in the house, went in the garage, opened that joint up. That joint was a pair of boat shoes, a fake Coach purse,
Wow.
and the fake Coach purse was full of like a Hanes t-shirt, and it was filthy. All right. And God, what was the other thing? It was a bunch of ripped up magazine pages, ball up and
Did he
balls.
leave you a note?
No. But then that's what happened. So that's what happened. So then he hit me back up. He goes, "Bro, I feel bad. What's your address? I'll send the shoes back." I gave him the address. Never heard from him again. That's one of my worst sneaker stories. Like, I had so mad. But that bag, and I opened up that package. It smelled like, bruh, it smelled like Jeffrey Dahmer's toothbrush. I was like, bruh, this is awful. Okay. Number 3. Having a table and nothing for sale. Like, get out of
Why?
here.
Why
Yeah.
leave?
We were trying to figure out space for our area. Now, the table next to us was selling sneakers. The other table, nice guys. I go to their barbershop. But they're barbers wearing barber shirts, but they're not cutting hair or anything barber. And
And
their
they
table wasn't
were-
selling a single thing.
And they were lowballing people worse than I lowball people.
Like-
this man walked by with like a size 8.5 black cement that was in pretty good condition. She's like, I'll give you 120.
He bought it though, I think.
He did. He bought it for 120. I actually wanted to break one of my rules and butt in and be like, bro, don't let him do that to you. This barber man's not selling nothing. He's ripping you off. Leave.
I was like, dude, why would you pay for this table to not sell nothing? And I know you're trying to advertise your barbershop. That's cool, but advertising a barbershop.
We got a table. We didn't sell anything.
We didn't sell anything.
Well,
But-
George sold some stuff.
No,
so I
no,
guess
but
we're
we
okay.
didn't. But we weren't there to sell anything. Like they had.
You didn't have a table
sneakers.
full of shoes
They
that
had
weren't- yeah.
sneakers and they had like Supreme boxing gloves and nunchucks, but you couldn't buy any of it. You could, and I was like, you set all this up to not.
For a barbershop?
Now, hey, I'm not doing it.
Number
2, selling a clothing brand that you're not wearing.
Oh, yeah. If you're going to sell a clothing, you need to have a shirt.
Why
on.
would I buy clothes that you're
That
trying to sell
you don't
me
even wear.
and you're not wearing? You're wearing a full Nike tech suit and you're trying to tell me that your clothing brand is it, bro. It's in. It's in. Bruh. Feel this. I don't care. You're not wearing it.
Where's yours?
Which means it's not special. What?
I mean, I'm not you personally.
Oh.
Like you're wearing.
Yeah.
Like,
Where's yours?
yours? Like,
Mine.
you're
I'm
the
like,
person
I ain't
that's
selling
selling.
nothing.
Don't get offended. It's
Like-
okay. I'm not sneak dissing you.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, if you're not wearing it, it's not special at all. Like it's not. Like you should never walk out of your house not wearing your clothing brand if you're trying to start something.
Yes.
Period. Number 1, vendors not knowing their audience. Like I said.
Oh yes.
You gotta know your audience. Like, if you're in a New York City at a sneaker con, you will probably sell some Yeezys for $2,000 or something. You will sell that stuff. You're in a Phoenix, Arizona. You
200.
just a local. Yes.
When I come to the table,
Yes. You just a local kid. Whatever. Know who you're talking to, because I'm gonna tell you, 85% of the people walking through a Phoenix event now, we're just getting our culture really revigorated, revitalized, and started. Know who you're
Rejuvenated.
talking to. Yeah, we're
rejuvenating the
the culture. Know who you're talking to. Like, you can't sell this to the group, the kid that got dropped off. You're not selling this. The guy who had the table that was like from Yeezy Zebras from one end to the other end.
oh my god, he had like.
I don't
40
know
zebras.
if he ever-
He's like 50 grand deep in that table,
I don't know if he sold a pair. That's awesome. That was dope to see that.
and he came here from Florida
Right.
with this girl. That's like a $2,000 trip alone.
That's cool. Okay. But you probably would sell some at a bigger event. You're not selling. He maybe sold one. Two.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't think he did. Now it looks great.
I got his number.
He did. Yeah. See, let's see. You're special.
You're a business owner.
So
You're the American dream.
now see Ryan. Ryan's going to be like 850. 600. 800. I give you these
600 in these dirty shoes.
head off my feet. Like I said, know your audience. That's all I'm asking. Like I said, man with Cheeto socks, bruh. Like, you obviously don't know that there are kids walking around with sneakers worth $1,000, and you're selling a socks that says Power Stars. They had to show Power on socks. Like, I'm not gonna wear a TV show on my socks like that. Like, but maybe that's just me.
Maybe that's just you.
Maybe that's just me.
Maybe some people.
But that's
wear
my
that.
top 5. All right.
Okay.
What you got, Ryan?
Number 5. Like, bringing your kids to an event is one thing, but I know you've touched on it before, but like the whole stroller, carrying around diaper bags, like sneaker events are way too compact, way too crowded for you to be pushing a stroller, carrying a diaper bag, having kids run around, chocolate fingers on shoes, like, I mean, like.
This was okay.
This one was a little better, yeah.
Now, there were a few strollers that was just like, get out of the way.
Yeah.
But that is also another thing, too, like you've always said, is people stopping and talking in the middle of the aisle.
They got to save money on childcare.
I guess, because they got to buy the shoes, I guess.
And I get it. I got kids. I got actual baby. I get it. But I would never bring, if I had to bring my baby, she's going to be in my chest or whatever. Carrier on my chest. I will not bring a stroller through there. I just won't.
And you'll use her as a human shield to get through crowds.
Yes.
Maybe that's a trick.
That is the trick. And please, whoever's listening, take that down. Write it down.
Number 4, grown people who act like children. We touched on it earlier, like actual grown men, like in their
these are facts.
40s, standing in lines to meet people, walking out like, oh my God, he followed me on IG. Like,
Yeah, that was weird.
I mean, come on, like, be a grown up, be a grown person. You have a job you go to every day. Like, just be a grown up. Number 3, you kind of touched on it. The prices, like prices that some people ask. It goes with know your audience. Like, nobody's there in this market, in the Phoenix market, to spend $1,500 on a pair of shoes. And if they are, it's few and very far between.
All right.
So know your market, know your prices. I mean, nobody's, like you said, the Zebra man. He had like 27 to
It was the
47
most
pairs of zebras
ever.
I've like.
That was all he had on the table. He didn't have anything else. I don't
three
think.
belugas in the back, and that was it. Like
Yeah.
3 belugas and 42 Yeezys or zebras. But in Phoenix, nobody's paying $1,500-$1,600 a pair for a pair of shoes. I mean, a guy was walking around with a pair for $1,150, which is actually probably the best price I've seen on zebras since they came out, and he couldn't even sell them. Number 2, people's whose outfits and sneakers cost more than everything else in their life combined. I hate that. I hate that so much. So much I hate that. If you
I hate that when we know them.
If you have like a $1,500 pair of sneakers on, like a $500 pair of shorts, and like a $300 hat and a $400 t-shirt, and your outfit is $3,600, and your car is either non-existent or costs $1,000, but you can't drive it because it's broken, reevaluate your life.
And see, those are like typically people that we usually like know. Where I'm
Yes.
like, what are you doing, man?
What are you doing? Shout out to the kid that we interviewed who's 15 years old.
Thank you very much.
Slept outside all night to
Damn,
buy a pair of
what's this
shoes
thing?
for $400 to flip them so that he could buy his first car.
He said,
Shout out to him.
He came by the
He
podcast.
came by the
him and his
podcast, we
friend.
interviewed him, we put it up today.
Was
And-
that post on IG?
It was the post on IG, yes.
His name was, his Twitter is K.Marshall.
K. Marshall.
But
K. Marshall, shout out to you. His IG is K. Marshall.
yeah, his IG is K.Marshall. He came by and he camped outside since noon. They were like 1 and 2, right?
Yes.
In the line
So they bought the red
Tan.
V2
and the tan
and the tan 350 and the
whatever it is,
tan V1 350, whatever. So the red V2 was 350, the tan was 450 or
something
4.
like that.
And we're like, what are you gonna do with it? Like, you saw it outside. He's like, probably wear it once, and I'm gonna flip it because I need to buy a car because I'm gonna be 16 in a few months.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's
Because
what I'm
you
talking
know
about.
what? When he takes care of business and he gets a job and he does whatever he wants, that tan will be on eBay and the
And
internet
he can buy it.
forever.
Forever.
All right. When we talk about us retiring and quitting sneakers and selling sneakers, when we finally said in college, you know what, I'm done with sneakers, I said, you know what, I'm going to finish college, get a job, and you know what, I will be able to buy infrared.
I've
6
talked to
later.
another person that
Period.
needs to take care of business and told them you should sell all your earthly belongings to take care of your business, and then when you get straight, go buy it all back.
Buy it all back.
Some people cannot sell.
Some people
I'll
cannot.
sell the shirt off my back. I don't
To
I
take
know I
care
can
of what you need to take care
I know
of.
I can always get something. Else. Get it
Absolutely.
again.
Because this isn't 1989. Like,
There's the internet.
there's the
There's the
internet now.
people.
You will never not be able to buy something.
Absolutely.
Never. Now, it may not be the price you like. It might not be in the condition you like, but you will never not be able to buy anything from a Yeezy 1 to a whatever.
Now, maybe when you get your money back, it won't be wearable anymore, but you can still buy it.
Like, yes. Like, so take care of business. Shout out to K.Marshall.
Shout out to K. Marshall. Number 1, people at sneaker events with absolutely no common sense. There's
I mean, that's just life
People.
in general.
so I walk up to this man. There's 2 tables directly across from each other. Chocolate 750s. Table on the right, pre-owned pair. Table on the left, dead stock pair. Both size 9.5, same exact shoe. Pre-owned pair, price at $750. Dead stock pair, price at $700. Go to the pre-owned pair, man. Listen, bro. This man right here has a pair. Dead stock. Same shoe, same size. They're $700. I even asked him, I'm like, hey, how much is your dead stock 750 chocolate? He's like, $700. I'm like, I'm not bullshitting you. Like, this isn't a Ryan Simple negotiation tactic. I'm telling you.
This isn't a Ryan Simple production.
Yeah, yeah. I'm telling you. He's like, okay. He's like, I'm like, so what's the best you could do on the pre-owned? Because I'm very interested. I want this shoe. What's the best you could do? $720. $720? What are you talking about, $720? This man has it for $700. What's the best you can do? I just told you, $720. I'm like, man, you know what? Like, have some common sense. If this man is selling a shoe that's brand new on the other side of you for $50 less than your pre-owned pair, give it to me for $6, and let's both be happy. And I told him, I was like, here's $600. You want it or not? He's like, no, I want $720. Okay. Like, that was the end of that discussion. Like, have some common sense. Like,
Make the same.
Make good choices.
Like it's
And his car is probably broken down. Probably doesn't work in his car. Probably.
yeah, all right. Like we just and it's it's the
Or he paid $800 and he's not trying to lose that much money.
Yeah.
that's the thing too that we were kind of saying. We were like,
But
what?
that's
People that are
that's-
not willing to negotiate. I'm saying that guy that had the Beluga and you offered him $550,
$550,
and he wanted $650.
$650 or $6.
I
Or
said
whatever.
he must have paid.
Yeah, well, some people. I mean, I got some shoes that I'd rather just keep because I paid too much.
So there definitely are shoes like that. But here's another thing that bothers me. It should have been on my list. Is like, well, I paid $1,000 for these. I can't let them go for $6. And I'm like, weren't they dead stock when you bought them?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah. Haven't you worn them like 15 or 16 times? Well, yeah.
That's
well,
a
they're not
unique
worth
situation.
$1,000 anymore. So it doesn't matter what you paid for
Right.
them.
Of course.
So that
Gotta be
but-
realistic.
But there are definitely shoes in my collection that I'm like a KD Galaxy. I paid like $350 for it or $400 for it or whatever I paid for it. It's probably worth $200 now.
That's crazy.
It's not worth it to take. I'd rather just keep it and look at it every once in a while than take a $200 loss on it. So, I mean, like there are shoes that but like I wouldn't pack it up and bring it to a sneaker show and put it on a table for $400 because I know it ain't fucking worth that anymore. So I'm not even gonna try it. Which is So, yeah, but I don't know. You buy the shoe dead stock, you wear it. It has been devalued.
So yeah, those are our top 10 things we hate about.
Wait, we're not
sneaker
done
events.
yet. Daniel has 5 things left.
Oh, you got 5, Daniel?
Yeah, I'll run through it pretty quickly.
Let's see.
My last one comes more from the first one, actually, number 5, from a vendor standpoint, is when you buy a table and you have a bunch of kids who didn't buy a table set up right next to you.
Right next to you.
Oh,
Sitting
my-
Indian
yeah.
style on the floor with
In
14
front of you.
boxes. in front of you.
All five of their friends come join up and
Yes.
try to set up a little makeshift little cell station next to you.
That's a good one.
From a vendor standpoint, that is so annoying.
What event was it where they were charging $5 a pair to bring in your own shoes? Was it you guys at Suns Arena?
No, we've never done that.
Well, you.
No.
Who was
guys.
it?
It was
Wasn't
actually it was you guys.
It was.
It was Houston Suns
yeah,
at
you
the
were
Suns
part of
Arena.
it then.
I think
at
it
the
might have
Suns
been an
Arena.
additional after 3.
Oh yeah. It was after a certain amount.
Oh,
that
okay.
was the reason we implemented, I think, something like that is because it's unfair to the vendors who spend hundreds of dollars on tables to have these kids come up and set up
Right.
next to them. So it's like you're limited to this amount.
that
If you
makes
want to
sense.
bring any more, it's $5.
$5 a
Otherwise, you
pair.
should just bought a table.
Gotcha.
Or they just set up right in front of your table.
Yeah, that's so annoying.
Yeah, that's not with that.
Another one, I mean, comes from all angles. I would say is bad musical performances.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Hey, there have been so many bad musical performances at the history of Arizona sneaker shows.
Bad musical performances,
Just
definitely.
loud music. in
Get Jamal
general.
Waves. Get Jamal Waves out there.
Yeah.
From a vendor standpoint, if you are near the DJ and they're playing the music too loud, it makes your day just miserable.
Yeah.
At Heated Soul Summit at Arizona Suns Arena, they put us next to the Arizona Suns Arena, Phoenix Suns Arena. They put us next to the live stage. I was like,
Oh my.
and then SneakerCon put us next to Tobacco Free Men, and they blared music in our faces.
I'm like, they just whipped out a DJ set and just
And started
started
pop locking.
doing the.
Like whatever.
Pop
What are you
locking.
watching?
Bro.
That's suspect.
All right, I'm going.
What are you
I'm
watching?
just.
He's
I
going
just
through all
saw a
them
shirtless man.
He's going through them
flexing on your
DMs.
screen.
Yeah, some
He's going through
psycho,
them DMs.
Psychopaths on
Oh,
Instagram.
bro.
What else?
I guess I know why you got that dick pic now.
All right. Yes.
Another one kind of goes back to your Pablo merch comment is just uncreative brands that are just
Originality.
riding
Oh
the
my
waves.
God.
Yeah, like lack of originality in brand, and more so clothing brands, I'd say, stuff like that. I mean, that kind of ties into know your audience and stuff also. But
People keep asking us for merch, but we're like testing stuff. We're trying to figure out how. I don't want to
what
just.
it is.
yeah,
I don't want to give you guys Pablo sneak dish shirts. I
Yeah,
don't
for
want to
real.
do it. Like, and I care about material.
Well, I mean, that goes into a whole nother rant I have about brands. It's like, are you making a cool shirt or are you making a brand? I mean, there's difference versus like riding the Pablo wave and making a
Right.
shirt with your name or stuff on it. That's more so you're making a shirt. You're not making a brand.
You know what's funny is that's just
That's-
our personal problem because people are still buying that.
And that's
Yeah.
one thing about Tony D2 Wild. His merch and sneaker comment we said it
Was
before was
fire.
Yeah.
Okay,
His stuff
that
was
coach's jacket,
fire.
fire.
Yeah,
all
the
right?
sample supply stuff. Yeah, they get it. They're making a brand. They're not just like selling.
They're not
t-shirts.
just riding the wave.
Because
They're
I looked
making
at
it.
coach's jackets for us. I was like, though, that coach jacket was fine because that varsity
He was
jacket
selling
I
them for like
mean,
$70.
They were $70 sold out.
Sold out. And
I didn't
they
think
were
anybody would
fire
buy
flames.
a brand that someone created.
Yeah.
That's not a big name
No.
for $70. I would never feel like I had the guts to
I'm
charge
kind of mad.
$70
I'm
for
kind of
something
mad I
like that.
didn't buy that. They were fired.
Oh, no, I feel
Another one comes from various shows, not even in Arizona, even though it's going to seem like an only Arizona thing, is lack of AC. You've been to some of these events, it's crowded as
There's
shit.
a lack of AC in this room
in
right
here.
now.
Yeah.
yes,
So,
it's very hot.
It's like a sweat lodge in
And
here.
it smells crazy in here.
It smells like
brisket.
When I came back in, I
It smells like
I thought I
Famous
walked.
Dave's.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, even in AZ, in Cali, even outside events, just like it's so hot, lack of AC with all them people. That was even one comment I made to Tesh this past weekend. Like, yo, when's that AC kicking in?
They
And then-
have outside events?
In LA, yeah, they've had dunk
seriously?
exchanges outside. Yeah,
No way.
yeah. I've been into an event in LA. Also, I don't remember what the name of it was. It was in like an old church and no AC.
Nope.
My last one is something that I think all of us touched on, is just lack of knowledge, and that goes across any board. Knowing your customers, if you're a clothing brand, knowing the prices, knowing everything else. I mean, all that stuff ties in.
Right.
Lack of knowledge all the way around, man.
If it's something you design and started, majority, I'm not paying $35 for your T-shirt. 20, 22, 25, maybe, but you're not gonna get me to pay 35.
the people next to us.
Tony
at-
B2 jacket off the hook. I ain't
the
giving nobody $70 for
Yeah.
a jacket. Not in Arizona.
The people next to us at SneakerCon, they were making like not the tie dye, the acid, the bleach shirts.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
$20 a pop. I bought a Kanye
Yeah. Oh,
shirt.
yeah, that was kinda tight.
$20 pop. Perfect. $20.
That's it.
15, $20. Devil Horn Man t-shirts, Bape things. Those are what do you want? $20?
Oh, the
that was
ASU one.
the
Yeah.
Generation Cool one,
Yeah.
wasn't it? It was
I wanna
like
buy that
Slavy
shirt.
Robbie's face in the Bape
Oh,
outline.
no. It was a
No,
different
no.
one. It
It's
was
the dude that started
ASU
Shoot
Sparky mixed with the Bape 8. It was tight. It was right across from you guys.
Oh, I've seen that. Okay, yeah.
It was pretty tight.
Those are dope. That's it. Shout out to Daniel and Steve, Rejuvenator, coming by. We hope to do some stuff with you guys in the future.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Stuff.
That's Heat of Soul.
Shout out
Has
to
been had
George.
those. Shout out to George for his meeting and Hannah for coming and sleeping in the corner in her Manor hat. And that's a sneak this.